let's go.
Then we're in. We're in. We are back for another episode of the Raisingboys Men podcast. I need to remember where my camera is.
Yeah, please do.
My name is Aaron, and I'm here with two of my favorite people in the whole world, Mike and Dwayne.
I think that's
yeah?
us. Bro.
I feel like you've been on long enough now to allow all the intros and that.
Okay.
If you lot don't know by now, then there's episodes that you haven't gone and watched, and you need to go and watch. And before you even watch this, if you haven't liked or subscribed, you're getting on my nerves. Yeah? Now you're getting on my nerves because bare people are watching these videos and they're not subscribing or liking or commenting. So we need that in order for this to grow and reach the people we need it to reach. So pause it right now. Just drop a comment. Let me know you're here. And then come back and join us.
Easy.
Right. So, I just want to check in first because I feel like we never check in. Like just as man, them. Like, is everyone good? Got deep breaths. Got deep breaths.
Oh man, yeah, man. You can't dwell on certain aspects of life, innit? You just have to move on, try and be happy, work through hardship and so on and so forth. Plus, life would be boring if everything was easy.
Yeah, but I don't like that response.
Which part?
The
boring
all
part,
of it.
all of it. Like.
Okay, no, I thought it was a specific part, so I just wanted to be sure. Really.
I was gonna say all of it. I knew it. I knew it as well.
It was a massive dismissal.
What?
It was like, I don't know, like you see when you're like, nothing. Like, no, tell me, no, nothing. It's like,
Okay, I hear
see what I mean.
So
Like,
there was
and
something.
there was something, but it weren't even just that. It was the fact that you felt whatever it is, I just need to carry it and get on with it.
Yeah, I'm very much that kind of person. Like, I just get on with stuff, really.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I think me doing that, it comes out in other ways and I can maybe upset or annoy other people sometimes around me. But yeah, I'm just that you know what it is? I don't like burdening people with my stuff or my issues. That's just the way I am. Like,
So do you think it's a burden when a man or someone asks you to share, and then you share, but you consider it a burden when they ask you?
Do you feel like I
believe
had
them?
to ask you?
Yeah. Do you believe them when they're asking?
I do believe them, but I've also experienced times where I've unleashed or let the person know.
Unleash was a mad word.
You know what it is?
I know exactly what you mean.
You know what?
Shared.
Yeah.
Expressed.
So sometimes the frustration is with the person.
You're right.
So they ask you and you're like, nah, don't worry about it because I don't want to start an argument, kind of.
Yeah.
But this is not that. I'm just saying that there's so many things going on in my life. I'm just tired. I just want to go to bed sometimes. I want to go to bed for like 24 hours, but it doesn't, obviously I don't sleep for long, but yeah, man. This I'm just weird of speaking about how I feel when it's negative. Maybe that's a bad thing, but
How do you feel positively then? Like, is there any good in how you're feeling?
Yeah, like I've shown that I can be resilient in a lot of things in terms of like work and finances and all the rest of it, really.
Right.
But yeah.
So you're feeling proud of yourself?
Kind of, yeah.
Nah, Ripper, you're making that difficult, boy.
Kind of.
It's wild, but I hear you. Well,
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, bruv.
Thank you.
We spoke off camera, so for those of you that don't know, I'm not going to chat man's business, but off camera, you're doing things that, to me, I think you should be proud of. So
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
100%. But you got to be proud of that.
Yeah.
And not only that, you've got to know that he means it when he says he's proud of you.
Oh, did you do you battle with that part?
No.
Oh,
I believe what people say and what they do, and their actions as well.
Yeah.
Usually speak louder, but yeah, man. I'm very much to myself. I just like to, I hear what people are saying.
Yeah.
But I need to prove it to myself, really.
We'll start proving it to yourself, please.
I'm very stubborn in that sense.
I'm good.
I was going to say.
move it on.
No, but like he said, because what for me, I'll delve in deeper. Like, everything's a bit deeper for me. I always have to express it a little bit different. So, in terms of internally, I'm epic. Like, my spirit, my heart, gut, and soul, my spirit is absolutely golden.
Okay.
Like, I'm good. But you see this human experience, this external life, it continues to be a wave. like up and down. But like you said, I think it would be boring if it wasn't. I think that's life. Life is up and down, but how you handle it is what makes the difference. So I'm learning to handle that through and via my spirit, because my spirit is always good.
How do you know? Where's the separation though? Like, as for example, how do you know when your spirit is messed up and it's not your, like? Do you see what I'm saying?
That's a beautiful question. Don't no, that's a beautiful question. But that, I think it takes discernment and alignment. So you have to look internally at yourself and understand who you are as a person, and understand that, like, don't allow anything or anyone to draw you out or off your square, innit? And if and we know what that is. We know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You know when you've been drawn out of your character.
Yeah.
So we know how to stay in our character. That's your spirit. Your spirit is that internal knowing when you know what this person just said to me. I want to toss out their face. Right?
Yeah.
That's, you're not in your spirit.
No, I get that.
You understand?
Yeah.
And I'm learning that with all those ups and downs during the whole, like, human experience, because bare things is happening. Like, I'm a dad, you know what I mean? I'm a friend, I'm a brother, you know what I mean? I'm a co-parent. I'm all of these things. All of these titles. But I have to know that in order for me to fulfill or even meet those requirements, meet those titles, I've got to be good. And that's my spirit. Once my spirit is good, then I can do everything else.
You know what that reminds me of? I love Steve Harvey, so I'm always listening to Steve Harvey. And
Uncle Steve.
And someone said to him, how do you know when it's God speaking to you?
Yeah.
And he was like, because there's no sin in it. So he was like, if someone's telling you to go and slap that person, or you know what, you need to, like, not give them money or do something negative, that's not God speaking, because there's sin in that. And like what you said there, like
that right there is exactly what it is. That's my spirit.
Yeah,
I know when it's my spirit talking, because now that you've just said it, which is, I love that. Thank you, Uncle Steve. There's no sin in it.
Yeah.
So when I know there's sin in it, I know that's not my spirit. I'm not saying that there's no reasoning in that. I get why you may want to thump off man's face, but we know that there's sin in that. Yeah. So let's not move with that.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
It's not pure. Yeah.
On the surface, it continues to be a challenge, but there's beauty in that. But in my spirit, it is always beautiful.
You know what? It's mad, because the episode I had in mind that we was gonna dive into, is now not what we're gonna dive into.
No, stop.
No. But I had a few anyway.
Yeah.
And the way this has just opened up, I feel like
we need to go.
It's a calling
cool.
to go into this, because I feel like we've been talking about how we handle our experiences, emotions, how we respond as men. Yeah. And I got this kind of message. For those of you that are wondering, you can go onto my Instagram, and in my bio, you can submit a question or dilemma for these episodes. So a few people have been doing that. And there was a mum that wrote in and said, I'm the mum of 2 boys, 17 and 14. Their dad passed away in August 2023. Grief looks different for everyone. And my older son, who has ADHD and anxiety, often expresses his grief as anger. Now that it's just me, a lot of that anger comes my way. Sometimes it's verbal, sometimes it's physical, and I've had to call the police. He won't speak to a therapist or take medication. He even throws it across the room. Everything their dad did is now seen as perfect. And I feel like I do everything wrong by comparison. I'm navigating my own grief while trying to stay solid for them. Losing a parent is never easy, and they were 15 and 12 when it happened. Too young to lose him, but old enough to understand what they've missed. I speak to a therapist myself, but I wonder, how do I teach my boys to be responsible, respectful men in a world where they've lost their main role model and where empathy and kindness feel like they're receding? Thank you for taking the time to read this. I have great admiration for what you do and enjoy watching the podcast.
Wow.
It's a fully loaded one.
Yeah.
But
needed.
Needed.
That's a great question, actually.
And there's so many parts to it. Firstly, sorry for your loss.
Yeah, that really needs to be first and foremost, man.
And firstly, has anyone here experienced that level of grief?
Not a parent, grandparent.
Grandparent.
Yeah.
No, not immediate family, but I've lost someone close before. So it's horrific.
For me, it was my nan. I was 20. I was about 20, but it was like losing a dad because my nan was like my dad.
Right. Yeah. So losing a parent.
Yeah. It felt like that. But at that age, I was able to handle it better. Do you see what I mean? Because
although she was a parent, you knew she was your grandparent, right? So you still have a different kind of mindset to that. Was it sudden?
You know what it was with my nan? It was sudden on the basis that she went into hospital. She was 64. I think she was 64. Went into hospital, and she had a heart attack. From my understanding, went into hospital, but something was saying to me, "Go and see your nan. Go and see your nan." Like, because we was expecting her to come home the next day.
Right.
So I went to the hospital, and she comes out in a wheelchair, and she's happy to see me. She's like, "Aaron," and I go and spend some time with her, and we're just talking, and I'm like, "Oh, you're coming home tomorrow?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I goes, "Okay, I'm gonna go to the park and play football with my boys." And she was like, "Yeah, go. Don't worry about me. I'm fine." The next day, my mum comes in the house in a mess, and instantly
you knew.
I knew, and I regretted the way I parted ways with my. Like, I held that for so long because I was like, if I'd known that would have been the last conversation, I wouldn't have left to go play football. So I was carrying and battling that, like, where that was your last time with your nan and you cut it short to go and play football with the man then.
This now allows me to ask you a question that goes back to the question we're being asked. How did you handle that? It's not the same, but there's obviously some, like, you were dealing with what? Guilt? Shame?
Yeah.
Yeah? There's obviously something for the lady that's messaged in. There's obviously something for them. And it might not be what it is for you. It might not be like, oh, I wish the last words or the last conversation with my dad was different. But I'm just talking about the grief that you felt, the guilt and the shame. How do you still feel that way, firstly?
If I'm honest, I carried that with me till last year.
Wow. Okay, so all right, so then it's even better then. So how did you change that, or what changed? What makes you feel differently?
So my nan had an older sister.
Yeah.
She had a twin, but her older sister looked more like her.
Wow.
Yeah. Her twin passed away a few years back, and the older sister, I believe it was at the start of last year. And her older sister, you saw the deterioration over years, like dementia, Alzheimer's, all of that. And she'd been taken into hospital, and we knew, like, she's gonna pass. And it was like about a week or so where she's in hospital and family are going to see her, and her daughter's wish was that she just made it until her 90th birthday, which would have been like 4 days from when she was in hospital or something like that. She passed away at 5 o'clock on her 90th birthday. So it was like she knew that's what her daughter wanted and was holding on for that. But the reason why I was able to let go is because being in the hospital and seeing how she couldn't remember, how she was like looking at people saying, "Can I go now? Can I go now?" And just seeing the deterioration and thinking to myself, Nan never had to go through that.
Right.
So I kind of found a peace, like, you know what, I hate the way my nan had to go, but she went in a way that wasn't painful, that wasn't dragged out, that wasn't like this. I don't think I would have been able to have managed that with my nan.
Right.
So it was like...
So that helps you, knowing that it was more peaceful.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, I wouldn't have wanted this. So I found a peace. And I had a Reiki session.
Yeah.
I had a Reiki session like last year with a good friend of mine. And I went into it because, do you know what Reiki is? So I don't even know how to describe it yet, but I basically lied down and closed my eyes, and she didn't touch my body, hands going over my body. There was some sound bowls, and there was like humming
Spirituals.
there was humming, like it was like I don't even know what was going on, but I'm just lying there. Yeah, she'd been asking me to come for time to do it. I'm lying there and I'm thinking to myself, just don't laugh, because you're boying her thing, innit? Like, this is her thing. Just don't laugh. And I'm lying there, and I'm like, I'm holding it in. My eyes are closed. She goes, just focus on your breathing. After a few minutes, I'm not even gonna lie, I saw my nan come to me. Yeah, and I'm so not
that guy.
Yeah, I'm there waiting to laugh, and it was like my nan came into my vision, and it was like I realized I was angry at her. Like, Rare, you left me. I've been angry at you for all this time, and I kind of realized that and was able to let that go. I'm lying there now, tears coming from my eyes. I'm like, don't cry, because I still know that someone's there, innit? And then Nan kind of goes, a few minutes later, I feel so like this is just made up, but like a few minutes later, I see like the 7 or 8 year old version of me in this red jumper that I used to wear. Came into vision, and it was like he was saying to me, I'm so proud of you. Like, I'm always hard on myself. Like, I haven't done this, I haven't done that. But that version of me was basically saying, look at what you had when you was my age, and look at what you've got now. You've done so well. And it was like this weight came off. So that, plus seeing I call her my auntie, pass away as well, I was able to kind of find peace. What I thought would be interesting to do is go back to when you was those boys' ages. Because we may not have been through grief at their age, or even of a similar, but going back to when you was their age, how did you manage your emotions? Because we spoke about emotions earlier, and
you're still struggling with it.
You're still struggling with it.
And we all are, to some degree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as a teen...
Is it the younger one that's struggling, yeah?
Both of them. Well,
I think she said the younger one is
it the younger one that's
more aggressive, having more of an issue.
Lashing out a little bit.
Yeah, just double check that.
Let me just double
so we can kind of know the age, because I think it was 20-something.
No, it was
14.
14
My
and
oldest
17.
son.
Oh, the older one?
Yeah.
14 and 17.
Yeah, 14 and 17, but when it happened, they were 15 and 12.
Okay, sorry, 17. Okay.
Yeah. But even, let's say teens from 13 upwards. Do you remember, like, crying? Do you remember being angry? Do you remember those kind of emotions and how you would handle it?
Yeah. You know what's so funny? A few of my close people always say, like, they don't know if I've got tear ducts, because I don't cry. But it's funny because when I was a teenager, when I was a child all the way up to like the end of my teenage years, I was a crier. In primary school and secondary school, I used to cry all the time. Most of my boys in the group chat will laugh at me and say, yeah, Michael used to cry about everything. Like happy tears, like angry tears, disappointment, just any emotion I used to cry. It was just other than happiness most of the time. But it was a hard time because I didn't understand my emotions. I had no way of regulating my emotions. I had no adult to really speak about my emotions with as well, because love my mum to bits, but she's very loving, but then she had to play the character of, she had to be basically a good cop and bad cop.
Yeah.
So she'd be very loving, but then very strict at the same time, and it was a little bit confusing for me. But it wasn't necessarily that. There was a lot that was going on in my life, and I just didn't understand what was going on. And one thing I have to say as well is that I'm undiagnosed, but I'm sure I've got ADHD, and mine comes out in my brain is always at 100 miles per hour, which is most of the time when you're talking to me, I look like I'm looking at you, but I can't hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about like 100 things at 100 miles per hour sometimes. So sometimes I even talk and I'll go off on a tangent, and then I'll be like, what was the point again? So I'm pretty sure I have that as well. So there was a lot going on basically when I was a child and a teenager, but I had no mechanisms on how to regulate or I even understand what I was feeling, how I was feeling, how to manage it, how to get past it. It was a very, not a scary time, but I was very lost because I could either be very happy or very sad very quickly.
Extremes.
Yeah, very extreme.
Do you...
Nothing dangerous or nothing mad, but in my head and internally, like my thermostat would just be hot and cold. It wouldn't be in the middle. If that, and I'm still basically like that now in terms of I'll put 100% into something or I'll just be 0%. I'm not doing it because I don't want to.
Now, you seem like a very calm guy.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And what's quite funny, I've seen you get mad once.
Was that at damage?
I'm done.
I knew. I didn't know that this would come up, but I knew it would come up
I
one
didn't
day.
even think it would come up, yeah?
That was mad though.
I said that.
It was...
No.
Wait, was that a club or something?
We went to see Damage perform live.
In,
And you got mad?
No, you
No,
gotta understand
it was
why.
like
Like,
after
I didn't get mad
party
at. I
type
didn't get
thing.
mad at damage.
I was about to say, what did it?
At the O2 in Islington, but
Oh,
I'll
man.
carry on.
Yeah. So there was like the after party section. So the concert had finished. So it was kind of being upstairs. And I've come up and I'm like, what's good, D? And D's calm, innit? Like, D's just D. And then there was a security guard, from my understanding,
Yeah.
that was like, no, you have to move along.
Mm.
And he was like, yeah, I'm going. And I think it was the way in which he was,
Yeah.
like, he weren't just like,
Yeah.
just give me 2 minutes, innit? I'm just going to say my byes and then I'm gone. And then, yeah, he was getting worked up, but he still managed to do it in a way that was like, I'm talking to you, innit? Like, I'm letting you know, but I'm talking to you. It weren't like, are you a dickhead? Are you this? Are you that? Like, watch. Like, have you always managed your emotions that well?
No,
Okay.
but I've always managed to find a way. So there was times where no, I didn't. I was a child. I just didn't know how to manage it. But I never liked myself angry. I didn't like that. Yeah, I think we spoke about this on one of the other episodes. A lot of people don't know, but I'm a very shy individual.
Yeah.
As confident as I am, I'm very, very shy. No one believes it simply because of my confidence. I learned from primary school that the shy version of myself didn't get anywhere.
Okay.
The angry version of myself didn't get me anywhere. The confident version of myself allowed me to deal with the anger, the shy, all of the different versions of myself. The confident version of myself allowed, like my joy. I told you this before. The joy, the confident joy in me allowed me to deal with all of those other emotions. So what you witnessed there was the adult version.
Yeah.
Yeah? Because if you remember, I walked off with him afterwards. We were cool.
Yeah.
Yeah? Because he was asking me,
Shook
he had
hands
asked me
and
a few
everything, yeah.
times to leave, innit? So I'm
Yeah.
saying to him, no, I'm leaving. But then people came up. So I'm saying to him, look, I promise you I'm leaving, but you can see I'm saying bye to the peeps. I'm literally, you can see I'm saying, yeah, but I gotta go. You can hear me. And you're still talking to me a certain way. So I said to him, you're gonna have to stop. Which is what I said. I said, relax. Relax. It's cool.
There weren't no high pitched voice or anything.
I said, relax. I said, you're not going to talk to me like that and I'm not going to move. I will stay and there's been nothing you can do.
Yeah.
So I'm leaving, so relax. Yeah? I'm not going to repeat myself. Stop. And from primary school, I've always been the person that, a bit like yourself, I was either 100% in or 100% out. So I'd either go from zero. I was either really cool and really calm or mad. And I'm kicking teachers in the shin. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, if you spoke, I've never been a person who likes disrespect because my mum doesn't like disrespect and neither does my dad. So if you disrespect me, I see it as the ultimate.
Almost attack on,
The ultimate. So I had to learn that if someone is choosing to disrespect me, that's not about me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I had to learn to navigate and just figure out my own emotions.
Yeah.
So as a child, like this gets to answer the question that you were asking me for as well, was like, I couldn't deal with death before. So you're saying like us at their age.
Yeah.
I feared losing my mum or dad or anyone I loved like the plague.
Yeah.
I didn't want to talk about death. And it weren't till I probably was about 18, maybe between 16 to 20. I don't know when it was. But even my mum would say I started to just speak about death differently. And I was just like, no, we can't fear death like this because death is inevitable. So I can't look at death as something to fear. I'm not saying I can't grieve and I can't mourn.
Yeah.
But I started to look at death as something to celebrate life. So to me, it was like, okay, someone died. Now it's an opportunity to celebrate their life.
Yeah.
And to live even more so, celebrate my life, because I don't want them to be gone in vain. So for me, it was an opportunity to go, right, they're not here, but they're still a part of me.
Yeah.
So let me not waste, I don't mean to say waste time.
Yeah.
I'm just using these words right now. Let me not waste any time, too much time, mourning and grieving. That doesn't mean that I won't mourn. That doesn't mean that I won't, there'll be no grief. Of course there has to be. And sometimes it will show up in different times. But I learned that the celebration of life comes with celebrating not just life, but also death, the life after.
Yeah, that takes a lot of reflection. And it's not always easy to do because
100%, bro.
And what you said there about being afraid to lose.
I was afraid, bro.
And
I could break down now thinking about it, but I'm just like, yo, I'm in a bit of space about it.
But this is the maddest thing because I used to battle my mum as a young boy. Yeah, I'm talking pre-13.
Yeah.
It was always just me and my mum, and we moved from the estate where my dad lived with my sisters to like a different estate, and I was about 9. And reflecting back on it now as a man, I realized that as a boy, my emotions were so up and down. I don't think I knew where I was coming or going or where I belonged.
How to regulate, like you said, that was the word.
How to regulate. Yeah. And I remember when I look back now at the old estate we lived in, I got jumped once by 2 older boys. I got locked in a garage by some boys. Like my dad lived there, didn't come and check for me. Like my mum said I would look out the window and see my dad buying ice creams for my sisters. Or that, no, I'd be out playing and my mum would see my dad buying ice creams for my sisters and I'm over there just on my own. Like, and I'm just living life because that's life.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know any different, but I'm getting picked on, I'm dealing with this, and who's there? Mum. So who gets the brunt of it all?
Mum. Of course, mum, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm lashing out, I'm doing that, we're just arguing and I'm just not behaving. And I remember it weren't until we had a man come and live with us. And he turned out to be abusive, but him coming to live with us, it was almost like put this fear in me of I can't behave like that anymore.
Right.
There's someone here now, there's a figure here that will put me in my place if I need to.
Right.
You can't almost like...
I could handle my mum because my mum loves me and it's my mum and she might let me get away with things. She probably feels guilty herself.
But this next energy that came in said absolutely no.
Yeah.
We're not doing that today.
And even though it wasn't necessarily the right person for the job,
yeah,
it was still...
I learned a lesson.
You still
from
learned a
him.
lesson that was needed.
Yeah. And seeing how he behaved with my mum brought me even closer to my mum, where it's like, she's all I've got. Yeah. I'm not thinking that as a kid. But then I realized, my mum is all I've got. Like, I can't let anything happen to my mum. So then I took on this way of being of protector. Like, once he was gone, and I never really, again, managed or took the time to reflect on the emotions I was feeling. Everything also became anger. If I felt disrespected, anger. Because I realized this the other day. I can't take disrespect.
Yeah.
But sometimes I look at disagreement as disrespect.
Right.
And it's not.
It's not that.
It's not. Yeah, but as men, sometimes it's like they're disagreeing with me, they're disrespecting me. And I've noticed Amari's of an age, and I love him to bits, where there's certain things where I'm like, I don't like how you're behaving, and I'm starting to take it as disrespect. Yeah, you're not doing as I ask. I'm starting to take it.
Yeah. And you got an answer for everything.
Yeah, I'm starting to take it as disrespect. Like the other day, sends me a picture of his arm in the middle of a tattoo. Like he's getting tattooed. And I'm like, I knew he was going to get a tattoo, but he waited until he was in the chair, half the tattoo done.
So you couldn't remove it?
to basically show you, ask you. but I don't have to
Yeah.
really ask you
Yeah.
because we've
Yeah.
already discussed it. And I'm 18 now.
Mm.
My daughter did the same with her 18th birthday. She wanted to get her belly pierced, but she kind of told me.
Mm.
So where she kind of told me, I said, you're gonna have to discuss this with me
Yeah.
another time.
Mm.
I'm not saying no,
Yeah.
but I'm also not agreeing
Yeah.
to that just based on how you approached.
Oh yeah.
Check
Yeah.
your approach.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm up to discuss this again when your approach is
It's
different.
different.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. We'd had a talk about communication, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll do better to communicate more." And then you're sending me that. So I then felt like there was a part of me that felt like, nah, my son's treating me like a dickhead. Like, am I a dickhead?
Like, I want to fight.
And when I start thinking like that,
That's wild.
that's not no. But then going back to
Mad how
what
we could get it, bro. I had it.
my own son, like,
that's mad.
but going back to what D said, I know that that's not my spirit.
You also know that's not his spirit.
That's not his spirit.
You
yeah?
know that's not what he was doing.
Anytime I'm thinking, am I a dick? If I'm asking myself the question, am I a dickhead? Something's wrong with me.
Straight away, yeah.
I need to get myself to a certain level. But then I realized I've gone through life feeling like men or boys have taken me for an idiot, and I wasn't big enough to defend myself. Locked in a garage, jumped in the estate. Yeah. My mum's boyfriend having me up. These are men who didn't protect me or look out for me that buoyed me off. Do you know what I mean? Physically, mentally, emotionally.
I'm never having that again.
I'm never having that again.
Yeah.
So my son even gets the brunt of that, where it's like, you're still a boy. You're turning into a man now, but you're taking me for a dickhead. Yeah. But I'm aware.
Have you shared that with him? Because you've shared it with us.
No, we haven't had that talk.
So he's gonna watch this.
Because that what you've just said is a beautiful thing to share with your son.
Yeah.
I know that you're a person that's not even a big deal for you to do because you actively
it's more
do.
it's more it naturally came out here, so it's like rare.
It did, yeah.
Let me share that with him as well, because I know that he's not meaning it. And it's like if someone does something to you once but you've had it done 20 times before, it's like that person's done it 21 times.
Yeah. Because it's the last time.
It's the
It's the time. I already said the time before that this will never happen again. So what are you doing? I think you knew.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you knew that. In my head.
Like you were there.
You were a part. You have spoken to the people before that did it. Yeah. And you lot have now said, try again. That's what the security guard did. I was like, oh, he thinks I'm a dickhead.
Yeah. That's funny because when you do say what am I? It's the what am I dickhead? Sometimes the child is not even old enough to even understand where like
all the changes though.
Yeah.
I didn't even say it.
And your question, like, my son's 11 years old. Like, he's obviously not trying to take me for an idiot. But sometimes I ask myself the same question. You know what? I'm fearing him saying, "Oh yeah, Dad." Like, obviously, when his voice is obviously getting deep, I'm thinking of getting a tattoo, like a sleeve. I don't know how you handle that, because me, like, because I'm thinking of it from when I was a child and I used to joke to my mum and watch her like literally crumble or scream and say, "I'm gonna get the Bible and throw holy water at you" and all that stuff. Like, if I joked about getting a tattoo, it was still like my mum would try to chase me around the house and that.
Yeah.
But I'm obviously of the new generation of
where
parents
you understand it differently.
Yeah, I get why. So for example, I was one of the parents that said, "I'll never give my child an iPad." as soon as
Convenience, innit? Yeah.
I got him 2. There you go. Like, you could play with that, and me and his mum got him like tablets. The younger one has a tablet. Yeah, it's mad. But it's such a weird space because I'm actually fearing when he starts asking me certain questions. Like, do I have the answers? I'm meant to be this like superhero or this guy that knows everything in his life. I'm meant to be the main male figure in his life. But
but owning that you don't is what he needs. When
it's
you
true.
Don't. Owning the truth in those moments is that's the superhero that he needs. Yeah, you can't walk around being Superman and not showing your Clark Kent, especially to those that know you as Clark Kent. Do you know what I mean? Because you're not Superman, you just have powers. You got superpowers, but you are not Superman. We are Clark Kent, and we have certain powers, certain abilities, but we're not Superman. Do you know what I mean? kryptonite is not our only thing to fear, bro. That we will crumble.
Yeah.
So it's like showing them the truth of that raw, like what you just said, having that conversation with Amari and having that conversation with your son. Like me, I remember exactly the things that you lot are talking about. I remember telling Mum, when I reach a certain age, can I pierce my nose? Can I get a tattoo? And I did exactly what Amari did. Once you said yes.
This.
Yeah, and my ears pierced as
This
well.
piercing?
Yeah.
My mum said she couldn't sleep for a week. But I done it and said, oh, mum, I was in uni at this time. I think I came back from one of my lectures and I said, I'm going to do it today. I'm going to do it. I went to the tattoo shop and got my ear pierced. Got home, my mum obviously didn't notice it because in her head, my son he's got this standard to meet up to. So I don't even need to check his ear or
Same
check
as
his
my mum.
arm or chest
Same as my mum.
for tattoos or piercings or anything like that. So when I had to, she was asking me to do something and I was trying to put my ear towards her so she could see. She didn't notice it. I had to go, Mum, like, I got my ear pierced. She said, what? I said, I got my ear pierced. My mum froze and I just saw the colour in her face just leave, like all the colour in her face just leave.
You also did what my daughter did, just try to dash it.
Yeah.
You understand? You tried to my daughter tried to dash that she's getting a belly. Don't try to dash it, just talk.
Yeah.
All I did was, once you said I could at a certain age, I did. So Mum, what age can I pierce my ears? What age is it okay for me to pierce my nose if I chose to? What age is it all right for me to get a tattoo? I'm not having a conversation with you again after that because I know what kind of parent you are. Yeah, you'll try to take me back.
But this is where I struggle with even the parenting side of things, because I thought, when they get to a certain age, it's easier. It's not.
It's a different problem.
It's hard. No, it's harder because you can only hope.
But what part is harder? Because, for example, what's made that harder is how we viewed it. Because we know, like you said, they're not disrespecting us. He's not taking us for a dickhead.
No, but it's the hope that I can't now tell you what to do. Yeah? You're of an age where you can make your own decisions.
Yes.
Yeah? So I have to hope that the decisions you make are the right ones. Whereas when my son was my age, I'm making decisions for you.
Yeah.
I'm deciding whether or not you do this or do that. Now I have to sit back and watch what you decide to do and either get vexed at it and have to humble myself and be like, well, he's allowed to do that. Or find comfort in he's making
But that's why you gave him the tools. That's why it's like what we do as parents, not just what our parents do. What we do as parents is almost like we teach our kids how to be Olympic swimmers. And then when they say they're going to go out into the ocean and do Olympic swimming stuff, we go, no, stay in the pool. Yeah. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So like you said, you have to hope, but you've done a fucking good job, bro.
Yeah.
You got good kids. He's gonna make mistakes, but he has to learn.
Yeah, I know.
Like he hasn't even touched on the things that we've done.
No, it's true.
He hasn't even touched on it.
What were you doing at 18?
Do you get what I'm saying? When
I really think,
they
haven't even touched what we've done.
17, like, yeah.
They haven't touched what we've done.
But you know what I had to say to Amari the other day though. I had to be real with him. I said, the only difference between 17 and 18 is that you went to sleep one night 17 and woke up 18.
Yeah.
I said, the world now classes you as an adult. Yeah, that's the only difference. Legally, there's documents that say you're now old enough to do this. You don't have to ask for permission to do that. You can get into this club. You can drink this. You can smoke that. But realistically, all that happened is you went to sleep one night, 17, woke up 18. The world classes you as an adult, but you are not a man.
It's a valid.
And he was like, what do you mean? I goes, you become an adult at 18 just because of legal documents. Life experience and how you handle that is what makes you a man.
Agreed.
And for some, that doesn't come until they're 30, maybe even 40. So how you now handle life as an adult will show me if you're a man or not.
And he's doing that.
And he's handling it. But still got a long way to go.
Yeah.
But if he's walking around talking about, I'm a man, now you're an adult.
Yeah, relax.
Not a man.
I mean, sometimes, even though, I fully agree,
Yeah.
but sometimes they say that it's all bravado.
Yeah.
It's ego, and
Yeah.
you just made it. The world considers me to be an adult.
Yeah.
And now sometimes when dad's now saying, I don't think that's a smart decision. Yeah, but I'm a man.
Yeah.
Relax.
Relax.
But they're testing the waters like we probably did when we were 18 as well. Sometimes you just want to puff out your chest a little bit. Like, Mom, I'm going up. Because before I couldn't say that when I was like 12, 13, 14, maybe 16.
No, I do that now with my mum, where she like tries to give me the look. I'm like, Bobs, Bobs, come on. I said I still respect it, but it doesn't have the same.
Yeah.
It's not like Mufasa. It's not that, Mum. It's not that. Like, relax, Mum. But it's still respected, and I honor it. So when you're looking at me, I'm like, cool, thanks, Mum, but it's not that.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me throw something at you two, though. Yeah, that there's women out there that are raising boys. Yeah, maybe 5, 6, and they're cute, they're innocent. It's like pets, right? You got the small little.
It's true, but you have to be careful.
I'm just being.
Like, pet owners are like, no, having dogs is like having kids.
Yeah,
it's not.
Yeah, but what I mean is like literally at some point that child becomes taller than you, stronger than you, quicker than you. Yeah. And as a woman, I feel like that might be quite intimidating. Even though it's your son. Yeah.
It is.
But it's like you could say, no, but it's my son, so why would it be? And right now you've only got a 5-year-old. So you're not thinking, but at one point, this child may look like Mike and you're down here. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not that tall, to be fair. So it might be.
Don't know how small the mum is, innit? But in those instances, because I remember I was a tall child as well. I remember being about, I feel sick saying it. Like, I must have been about 14. And my mum went to hit me and I grabbed her hand. And I was like, nah. Yeah?
Not today.
Like, nah. Like, it's not.
I thought it was John Key.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not happening. Yeah? And I can't remember if I left the house or whatever. And now as a man, I look back and I think to myself, what would that have done to my mum in that time? Like, I can't physically control this child anymore. And there's women out there who say, well, I still box him down and slap him with this and slap him with that. And I get that. But for those mums out there that may be dealing with even a 16-year-old now, how do they navigate that space when it's like, my child doesn't listen to me? My child doesn't listen to me. He's bigger than me, he's stronger than me. I don't know what to do.
It's a hard one. I would say your best bet is to have good male role models around that child. Because it's not easy. My mum always says it to me as well, to me and my younger brother. Like, we're both taller than her and all the rest of it. But you would never think of like raising our hands or pushing her around and all the rest of it. My mum says that she knows of people and she sees situations, whether it's real life relatives or even movies, where they're trying to handle 1 or 2 or maybe even 3+ sons, and it's just the mum in the house. And mum goes, it's only God that's helped me raise you guys and you guys to actually be decent men. Because you could have easily been like this person or that person, and you could have pushed me around and not listened. You could have gone into a gang or crime and all the rest of it.
But you didn't.
But we didn't. And mum says it's only God. But she's also put things in place. Obviously, she's been fairly strict, and she's also been very loving. She's given us everything we could possibly have in terms of, well, to the best of her ability, of course.
Yeah, the balance and structure was there.
That's it.
Regardless of whether it was always correct.
Yeah.
You felt the love.
Yeah.
You felt the balance. You felt the restrictions and the reason why she doesn't want you to go over there. And
I think the gravitas or the size of not wanting to what's it called? Disappoint my mum. Me and my younger brother. We always wanted to do her proud.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We saw her struggle and all the rest of it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that we saw it, she's always struggling, and we always felt compassionate.
But it's your love for your mum.
Yeah, at the end of it, you always come back. Maybe it won't be straight away. Maybe when I was 21, or maybe when I was 25 or 30 plus, you always come back, I think, and realise that, you know what?
That's powerful, what you just said. Coming back to that space, I think that will help with the person as well that messaged in. They've got to have a good tribe, a good village, a good community, a good family setting of both that male and female, masculine and feminine dynamic. They need that. but they need it positively. Yes, the negative one kind of straightened you out, or at least triggered you to go, right, I need to be different.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also going back to what Mike's saying, they've got to come back to that love, man. They don't see it right now. There's something in them that it's the grief, it's the mourning. So they can't get back to that love for their mum because they're still grieving the loss of their dad.
Yeah.
And it's difficult. She's in a real difficult position because even the mum that you said, what does she do with the kid that's bigger than they feel intimidated? She is that mum.
Yeah.
She is that mum.
Yeah.
But you've got to get back to what Mike said. You've got to help them get back to that space of love for themselves. So then that way they love their mum and love everyone else around them. They know what that looks like. Right now, they don't know what love looks like because they're just in the grief and the mourning of loss. Yeah? So they can't get back to that love for mum. They can't even get back. And that, what Mike, sorry to cut you on it, Mike, is only because you brought it to somewhere that I felt was really important. They've got to get back to that space because that's what we all went back to. We weren't like exempt from still doing things that disrespected our mums. All of us have spoken about being the dickhead.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But getting back to what Mike said is what we've all returned back to and we all still hold and own to this day. For our mums is getting back to that love for self and for our mum.
But you see, in the meantime, when you have a child, like she said, throwing stuff or acting a certain way, I feel a lot of people try to protect their child by not revealing what's going on.
Yeah, that is a true thing, but it's not the answer. So yeah, I get it, and I know why you do it, but we know that's not going to help them. So, for example, he's not going to go to therapy. Is there someone that can be around that, like someone that can at least help have a conversation? Is there someone that he trusts, especially a male?
Yeah.
If it is another female, that's also good. Even if it is an aunt, a grandparent, if there's just somebody else that he feels comfortable talking to and communicating with and actually releasing that. I remember I told a friend that had lost her mum, you got to stay in the space of celebration. She didn't want to hear that. I had to sit back and realize that what the advice that I was giving her wasn't what she needed in that moment, regardless of how helpful I was being. She needed me to understand, overstand and understand that she was grieving. She was mourning, and that's what these boys are doing, or at least that particular son is doing. He's grieving, he's mourning. We're not tolerating the disrespect, but we've also got to just hold that space for knowing that this is coming from a place of grieving and mourning the loss of his dad. And if she can hold on to that, she can not let it affect and infect her to the point where it's just so exhausting.
Yeah.
But I'm glad she's messaged us. And maybe because it's not just us responding to her that's going to be enough.
Yeah.
She's going to need help and assistance.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
So we need to check in.
Yeah.
We need to say, like, you know what? Can we talk to him?
Yeah.
Will he listen to? Can we mediate something? Because it needs to be more than just us answering the question like, yeah, you could do this. Because in actual fact, the context is needed. There's so much more that is going to be needed to be done rather than just us saying, you know what, try this, try therapy, try.
Yeah.
There's so much more. We actually have to step out of our comfort zone and say, you know what, meet us on a Saturday. Even if it's just you, let's talk to you in the flesh.
I think, I don't know. For some reason, I feel like she's from America.
I think so.
Okay, so all of that talk. We can, hey, we still have Zoom. There's ways.
Yeah.
There's ways. Technology.
Just to add on to basically what you were saying as well, obviously, she touched on ADHD and all the rest of it. And I know that word is almost like glamorized nowadays and everyone's got it, so on and so forth. But someone like me who genuinely thinks he's got it and it comes out in different parts of my life and all the rest of it, I do feel like sport and just trying to use my body.
Boxing. Yeah.
I remember I was very interested in UFC, never got into that though, because I'll get my face bussing, boy.
Yeah, I'm not about that.
Pause. But boxing, football. I used to do all kinds of sports in secondary school, and it really helped me to like regulate my thought process basically in class and after that and going home, and I felt more relaxed and I felt more happy and I felt like I can do stuff without anything overwhelming me. So maybe getting it into some sort of physical activity, maybe it's sports, maybe it's combat sports, but just something where you use your body, or even like drumming. I love drumming. I love music, but drumming is my thing, especially like percussion.
Yeah.
Like I'm all right at drum kit, but even in class, I used to like drum my hands, my teeth.
So something you're interested, engaged, something
Yeah.
to kind of just release that.
And sometimes it takes you away from this. Like you might be trying to escape, maybe a little bit of escapism. But when I used to drum, I used to just like black out.
You know,
And it
one
used
thing
to
I've
help me a
noticed
lot.
about Mike, very animated.
Yeah, man, my big hands as well.
I was like, when he mentioned drums and that, I'm like, Mike is literally always
Yeah.
playing drums with his hands.
Yeah, fam. Love it, man. But maybe those things might be able to help
I
as
think
well.
I think what you said there is true, but it's again them being of a similar age to Amari now, where you can't tell them
course,
you're
yeah.
going here, you're doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has to be,
That's
more
hey,
encouragement,
have you
yeah.
thought about this? And if they are in a very defensive manner and looking at the mum as, like she said, almost like the bad guy, the dad was perfect, the mum is the bad person, and she's asking there, how do I teach them to be respectful and responsible men in this world? And I think it always draws me back to certain things that Dee says, where it's like, be the leading example.
100%. But it's also difficult because you can't teach a boy how to be a man.
But you can teach them how to be a good person.
You
Yes.
can. 100% she can.
Yeah.
And if she continues to be a good person, which I'm sure she is, but she's also dealing with her own grief.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's hard. Because it doesn't make her a bad person. She just doesn't have the capacity right now to even show up any different than she is.
Yeah.
So how does she find the strength and the capacity? And that's why I'm saying that it's not as easy as us saying, just do this, just do that. And I know that's not what we're saying.
Yeah.
But that's how it could come across. And it's like, there are things you can do, but it's also going to take real time and effort. You can't rely on just the time, because time is just time.
Yeah.
You've got to, it's what you do with time that matters. It's what you do with and within that time. So she's got to do so much things, like figure out what they're interested in and then try and engage with him and try and help him, because like you can't, when, especially, it doesn't really matter what age a child is at. It's a lot easier when they're younger, but if they're saying no, they're saying no. And unless you're forcing them, unless they're that small,
Yeah.
Well, once they reach a certain age, and we're dealing with grief. So even if it was the younger one saying, nah, she's going to have the same battle, because you still can't force them.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's more encouragement. Do you know what I mean? You got to find what they're interested in and encourage them to do that. Like really have, like the things you were saying about Amari just with the title, is like, have you shared that with him? Have a conversation with them. Like really say to them, listen, I'm fine. And I'm sure she has, but continue to do it consistently. Let them know that I'm grieving too.
Yeah.
And I'm here and I love you guys, but I won't tolerate disrespect. I won't. I can't. But I am here. And I do love you.
Sometimes that's all they need to hear, you know. Not all, but you know what I mean. If they hear something like that, sometimes like you snap out of it almost. Like, I've been angry and I assumed it was my mum and so on and so forth. I lost my dad and she's just being annoying and she's telling me to do this. And then, I love you. I can't tolerate disrespect, but just remember, I love you. I'm doing this for you. I'm also going through the same thing.
Yeah.
Some people, not everyone, will literally be like, you know what? Mum's right, you know?
Yeah. The penny drops. Penny drops. Yeah.
I kind of feel bad, or I need to help my mum now. Or maybe that's your new sense of responsibility. Like, I need to protect my mum. I also understand that she's going through the same thing. Maybe we can bond off this. Maybe we can support each other through this, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
I want to end it there, but I just want to say to the lady that wrote in, thank you for sharing that. And I'm going to message anyone that writes in. If we choose your dilemma, I will email you to let you know that we've touched on your dilemma and that the episode will come out, but you will always remain anonymous. But yeah, no, I love that. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, please subscribe, like, comment, follow Mike, follow Dwayne. All of their details are in the description. Show us some love. Yeah, if you want these episodes to keep coming, show us some love and we will do our best. And if you have a dilemma, head to my Instagram page, the bio. There's a form, fill it out, and we may be answering yours on the next episode. Until next time, we're out.